Public school versus private school. Hello everyone and welcome to the 23rd episode of our English learning series. Today we are going to talk about education. When it is time for a child to go to school, parents and families have a very big and important decision to make. They need to choose the right kind of school for their child. In most countries, there are two main types of schools to choose from: public schools and private schools. Both types of schools teach subjects like math, science, history, and languages. Both have teachers and students. But they are also very different in many ways. Today, we will explore these differences. We will look at what makes each type of school unique. The first and biggest difference between public and private schools is cost. Public schools are paid for by the government. The government gets this money from taxes that people pay. Because the government pays for them, public schools are free for children to attend. Parents do not have to pay money, called tuition, for their children's education. They might have to buy school supplies like notebooks and pens, but the schooling itself is free. Private schools are different. They do not get money from the government. They are run like a business. This means that parents must pay tuition for their children to go to the school. This tuition can be very expensive. The cost of a private school is a very big factor for many families. The next difference is the size of the school and the classes. Public schools are usually much larger. They often have many hundreds or even thousands of students. Because there are so many students, the class sizes are also bigger. A single class in a public school might have 30, 40, or sometimes even more students with one teacher. Private schools are usually much smaller. They have fewer students in the whole school. This also means that the class sizes are smaller. A class in a private school might only have 15 or 20 students. This can create a very different learning environment. This brings us to our next point: teacher attention. In a public school, with a large class of many students, it can be difficult for one teacher to give a lot of personal attention to every single child. The teacher has many students to manage and teach at the same time. Of course, public school teachers work very hard, but with so many students, their time is limited. In a private school, because the classes are smaller, the teacher can often give more individual attention to each student. The teacher can get to know each student's personality, strengths, and weaknesses. If a student is having trouble with a subject, the teacher has more time to help them one-on-one. Another important difference is the resources and facilities. Facilities are the buildings and equipment that a school has. Private schools often have more money because of the tuition that parents pay. This money can be used to buy better resources. Private schools may have newer buildings, more modern technology like computers and smart boards in every classroom, bigger libraries with more books, and excellent sports facilities like swimming pools or large fields. Public schools get their money from the government and sometimes this budget is limited. Some public schools have wonderful facilities, but many have older buildings and fewer resources. They might have fewer computers or older textbooks. The quality of facilities in public schools can be very different from one school to another. Let's also talk about the students. Public schools usually accept all students who live in the local area or neighborhood. This means the students in a public school come from many different backgrounds. You will find students from rich families, poor families, and middle-class families. You will meet students from different cultures and with different life experiences. This diversity is a great thing. It helps students learn about the real world and understand different kinds of people. Private schools can choose which students to accept, and parents must be able to pay the tuition. This can sometimes mean that most students come from similar economic backgrounds. The school might be less diverse than a public school. Finally, let's compare the curriculum and special programs. The curriculum is the list of subjects and things that students learn at school. Public schools must follow a standard curriculum that is created by the government. This is important because it makes sure that all students in the country learn the same basic knowledge and skills, no matter which public school they go to. Private schools have more freedom and flexibility with their curriculum. They can choose to teach different things or to teach in a different way. Many private schools offer special programs that public schools might not have. For example, a private school might have a very strong music and art program, or it might focus on teaching a specific language. Some private schools also have a specific religious focus. This freedom allows them to offer a more specialized education. In conclusion, both public schools and private schools have good points and challenges. There is no simple answer to which one is better. Public schools are excellent because they are free and open to everyone. They are often very diverse and teach students about the real world. Private schools are excellent because they often have smaller classes, which means more attention from the teacher, and they may have better facilities and special programs. There are great public schools, and there are great private schools. A school is only as good as its teachers and its students. The most important thing is for a student to be in a place where they feel safe, happy, and motivated to learn. The choice between a public and a private school is a big one, and families must think carefully about what is best for their own child.